Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to study about the Ionics. Greek philosophy begins with the Ionics, and there are three philosophers uh, who come under this title, the Ionics. The first one is Thales, the second one is Anaximander, and the last one is Anaximenes. Thales, Anaximander, and Anaximenes. These three philosophers belong to Ionia, the place in the Greece. That's why they're known as the Ionics. So right now we are going to study about Thales, and we'll divide this topic into three parts. The first part is introduction of Thales, and the second one is his philosophy, and the last one is the significance of the philosophy of Thales. So let's start from the introduction. Thales was the father and founder of philosophy, as he for the first time put forward the philosophical and scientific question that what are all things, and he got a philosophic and scientific answer for his question. Okay, he born in 624 before Christ and died about 550 before Christ. These dates are approximate. There may be some difference found in other relevant books and scripts about Thales. Now we'll see some of his expertise. He was an expert of mathematical and astronomical learning, and he was also known for his practical wisdom and sagacity. And the evidence of his sagacity and wisdom is that his name is included in all the accounts of seven sages. Whoever wrote these accounts, but all the writers, all the historians included Thales into their accounts of seven cities. It is also known that an eclipse of sun was occurred in 585, and Thales predicted that sun eclipse. And it is also famous in his regard that he diverted the river Halys, as he was a great engineer of that time. He was the contemporary of Solon and Croesus. So that's all we know about his introduction and about his life. Let's come to his philosophy. Uh, Thales' philosophy is divided into two parts. The first part is that, as you can see on the whiteboard, on the screen, all things are water, that all comes from water, and to water all returns. This is the first proposition of his philosophy. And the second proposition is earth is a flat disk that is floating upon water. But the first proposition and the first part of his philosophy is of great importance. So we'll focus upon that part. He said that all things are water. This was the answer of the question that he put forward for the first time about the explanation of word. He actually was a man who for the first time attempted to give a scientific reply to the question that what is the explanation of word, or what are all things, or what is the basic principle of the universe. And before this era, we already know, you have studied in the previous topic, that there were mythologies, cosmogonies, and theologies of poets, and people used to believe in the superstitiousness, and they had mythological explanation of world or universe, and not the scientific and philosophical one. So he was the first person who put forward this philosophical question, that what are all things, and he replied that all things are water, that all comes from water, all things come from water, and to water all returns. Uh, from this philosophy, two questions come in our mind. The first is that why did Thales chose water as a first principle of universe? Why didn't he choose the matter in general, or air, or fire as the basic principle of universe? And when we here, I want to make clarification about the thing, that when we talk about that this thing is a basic principle, or basic element, or basic substance of universe, uh, we actually mean that universe is formed out of that matter, or out of that substance, or out of that element. So when Thales believed that water is the basic substance of universe, or water is the principle, basic principle of all things, that all comes from water and to water all returns, he meant that the universe is formed out of water, and all things are made up of water. So first question was that why did Thales choose the water as the first principle of things or universe? And the second question is that may come in our mind, that what was that process according to that the water changed into other things, or what was that process according to that the universe is formed out of that water. This question is obvious to come in our mind, because we see a diversity, a multiplicity in our universe. The things are having different qualities. There are woods, there are uh, brass things, wooden things. There are iron things. There is air. There is leaves. There are plants, animals. So there is diversity in the universe. So if the Thales is claiming that water is the first principle of all these things, then we need to understand that what process is that, or what process does water changed into other things. So this second question was not answered by Thales. He just gave us the idea of first principle, that the first principle of this universe is water. And now the first question, that why did he choose the water? Why did he choose the water? Actually, Thales didn't reply either for this question. Aristotle, who is the ascendant of Greek philosophy, uh, and one thing you must note it here, that whatever we know about Thales, we know with the reference of Aristotle, because at the time of Aristotle there were no script remaining that we could have claimed that Thales wrote that treatise or that script. Even it might possible that he wrote nothing, so his philosophy come to us with help of, or with reference to Aristotle. So Aristotle tried to answer the first question, that why did Thales choose the water as a first principle of universe. Aristotle says that probably derived his opinion from observing that the nutriment of all things is moist, and that even actual heat is generated therefrom, and that animal life is sustained by water. So this is a speculation, this is an assumption given by Aristotle. Aristotle believed it might possible that Thales observed all around from different things, that the dependence of all the different things for their lives is on water. So that's why Thales came to this conclusion that the first principle of this universe is water. Anyhow, Thales didn't give any reply to this question. So this is our today's lecture, and we have studied the introduction and philosophy of Thales. Just note down, you need to study, you need to read the text also from the page number 20 to 22, from page number 20 to 22. And in the next lecture we will see that what importance Thales philosophy does contain, or what is the significance of his water philosophy, that we will see in next coming lecture. Read the text carefully, it's very easy, and obviously you will prepare the long questions when the Thales will compile. The long question will also include the significance of his philosophy. So there will be actually three topics: introduction, 3 points, three main points for long question. The first one is introduction, and the second one is philosophy of Thales, and the third one is significance of philosophy of Thales. If you find any difficulty, you can get me back about that difficulty. Thank you so much.